Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:30 on December 10th. Welcome to Newswatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Murrieta. We're first taking a live look out at Medford from the People's Bank on Biddle Road. We want to turn over to Storm Alert Weather 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress for a look at our Wednesday. And Sarah, one of the top stories we've been following is that there's no snow on any of the ski areas.
Yes.
And my question to you is this normal to see this time of the year?
This isn't normal for us, and we're going to use Crater Lake as an example. Usually around this time of year, we should see some type of snow depth up on Crater Lake, but it's 0 inches. We got nothing. And in the past, well, since 1919, only 9 years have seen a 0-inch snowfall this time of year. And after today, we're going to be bumped up into that 3rd place spot. And honestly, in the upcoming days, we're really not expecting to see any snow, and we're not really tracking any wet weather until we head into next week. So we'll have to keep a very close eye on what we're expecting in the days to come. But for this morning, we are expecting areas of fog. We'll see that clear out as we switch over into the afternoon. We will have a bit more clouds and lingering light showers along the coast early this morning, but we'll expect to see mild afternoon high temperatures. So if you like that warmer weather and some sunshine, today is looking pretty nice for you, but the morning isn't really going to be looking like that. It is on the cooler side, and we're tracking out areas of fog mainly into our west side valleys and along the coast, even seeing impacts to visibility into the Shasta Valley. We're near Montague and could see some patchy fog even into the Klamath Basin. Now this morning it is rather chilly, especially if you're into Klamath Falls. We have 28 for those temperatures, 31 for Montague, but it is pretty mild for our west side valleys. We're at 47 for Medford, 46 to Grants Pass, and even more so towards the coast with 50s this morning. But into your afternoon, take a look at those highs. Will be into the upper 50s for most of us, and a few even have the chance to see those temperatures climb up into the 60s today. So the afternoon is going to look rather bright. We will be remaining on the drier side and continuing into the next few days. Still expect to see morning fog and a bright afternoon, but continuing on from earlier, that wet weather really isn't going to be back into your forecast until next week. So more details on what's ahead in the days to come and a closer look at that next system next week coming up all in your next forecast.
Beginning with an update this morning, the Siskiyou County Sheriff's Office says one of the 2 suspects in yesterday morning's shooting in McLeod has been caught. Deputies released this security footage from the McLeod RV park showing the 2 people they were looking for. The Sheriff's Office says the pair fired multiple rounds at a deputy's patrol unit during the pursuit before taking off on foot.
Moments ago, our special response team took Stephen Robles into custody. So very thankful for their excellent work and also the assistance of many allied agencies that helped during this time. The female is still outstanding.
Sheriff LaRue says police will continue sweeping the McLeod area and is urging anyone with information on the remaining suspect to contact the police immediately. New this morning, California Congressman Doug LaMalfa led the House of Representatives in passing the Secure Rural Schools Reauthorization Act of 2025. Now, this legislation renews payments to rural counties in Northern California and across the nation. The Secure Rural Schools program, which was last reauthorized in 2021, expired in the fiscal year of 2023. The lapse in the program has left many counties without critical funding this year, and Oregon Representative Cliff Bench supported the bill in a hearing yesterday with Representative LaMalfa.
The Secure Rural Schools Act first passed in 2000, 10 years after the listing of the owl. This law and the funding it provides was designed to partially offset the massive decline in federal timber revenue. It provides a modest amount of funding for critical services, including infrastructure maintenance, search and rescue, fire prevention, and most importantly, money for children's education.
The reauthorization bill passed by a vote of 399 to 5. The new bill aims to restore the missed 2024 payments and authorized payments for the 2025-2026 year. Oregon Senators Ron Wyden and Jeff Merkley have applauded the SRS program passing the House. And Asante announced last week that the Ashland Community Hospital will be transitioning into a satellite campus of Rogue Regional Medical Center. Now, their birthing center and inpatient surgery department is expected to close by spring of 2026. Newswatch 12's Oscar Rodriguez tells us how one local resident is sharing his frustration regarding these changes.
Patient reached out to us saying his spine surgery scheduled for Wednesday has been canceled. He says that due to the upcoming changes, his surgeon's orthopedics office told him that their office is closing. I reached out to both Asante and the surgeon's office, and Asante said they're unable to comment or confirm any details related to the individual patient due to federal privacy laws. I spoke with the patient about how he reacted to the news that the surgery he's been waiting for so long has been canceled.
Absolute hopelessness. Both me and my wife cried. We have been looking for this operation for months, actually years.
65-year-old Vito Salaja said he received a voicemail from his orthopedics office on Monday saying they had some bad news about his surgery on Wednesday.
When I called, I was informed that the surgery had been canceled and that Ashland Orthopedics was closing due to reductions or changes.
The surgery was scheduled for Wednesday at 10:30 in the morning with Dr. Glenn O'Sullivan. Salaja says he has level 10 pain and told me with the spine surgery he was supposed to have, it would relieve some pain. But now he has to live with it for a longer time as he has to start over.
I have to go find another surgeon. And at 65 years old, every day is precious. And I don't have any life anymore. I just stay home, I sit in a chair, and I cry at night. I scream at night.
Emphasizing the surgery tomorrow was the best chance to help relieve the pain.
And all the time, I'm in pain. Quality of my life, living in this pain, doesn't exist. And Dr. O'Sullivan was my only hope.
Then today, he told me he received a voicemail from Asante Community Hospital.
I'm so sorry about the cancellation. I'm just finding out about this today myself. All I can do is suggest that you call another orthopedic surgeon group.
I mean, what is that? What is that? You know, that's all I get from the hospital. Nothing else.
I reached out to Asante Community Hospital and they responded saying they're unable to comment or confirm any details related to the individual patient due to federal privacy laws, but still waiting to hear from Dr. O'Sullivan's office to confirm if the orthopedics office will be closing. Reporting in studio, I'm Oscar Rodriguez.
The Oregon Occupational Safety and Health Division has fined a Medford contractor more than $128,000 for safety violations. In November, OSHA inspected a job site where Schrader Homes Incorporated was completing framework on a two-story residence. At the site, OSHA found a total of 5 violations, 4 of which related to falling hazards. 2 of those were also repeat violations. A closer look at those violations and fines can be found on our website, and Schrader Homes has filed an appeal for its citation.
The ticket prices that people see, the increases, is due in large part to the insurance increases.
Oregon lawmakers are once again reviewing the state's liability waiver rules, the releases people sign before skiing or taking part in other recreation. A 2014 Supreme Court ruling made those waivers harder to enforce, and resorts say it's already driving up insurance costs and limiting their options. And we're also continuing to follow the halted start to ski season across our region. And while most of that is weather related, the insurance issue in Salem could affect those resorts and the people who use them. Most of the public comments have come from larger resorts like Timberland and Mount Bachelor, but Southern Oregon operators are feeling it too. That includes Mount Ashland, which relies on seasonal coverage, and they're seeing the impact of rising premiums and fewer insurers in the market.
I think people are pretty happy. Obviously, people want the best deal they can get. We're going to do the best we can to accommodate that. Yeah, I mean, insurance is increasing at a huge rate.
Says he's been in regular contact with Southern Oregon lawmakers, including Senator Jeff Golden and Representative Pam Marsh, as they prepare to revisit the issue in the 2026 short session. And speaking of the ski season getting delayed, the Mount Shasta Ski Park has also seen no snow on their mountain. The ski park posted a conditions update saying all of their staff is ready to kick off the season, but with no snow still in sight, ski goers will unfortunately have to wait a little bit longer. And in GoFundMe's recent 2025 Year in Health report, Oregon was ranked as the 4th most generous state in the United States. Now, the ranking comes after a year of citizens throughout the state offering support to one another in the most critical times. One of the notable data points for Oregon in the report were their contributions to the 2025 Wildfire Relief Fund, where more than 1,000 Oregonians donated.
The Oregonians themselves have faced the challenge or the imminent challenge of the threat of having to be displaced or being evacuated or staying inside because of wildfires. And that empathy of having been through it, I think, contributes to that extraordinary generosity that we see.
Generosity also extended locally throughout the Rogue Valley, with many notable fundraisers in Medford, including $100,000 being raised after a mother and son were diagnosed with cancer within 24 hours of each other.